I want to tell you about a boy I knew, a boy who walked the streets barefoot, with dust on his feet and hunger in his eyes. His name was Musa. And if you think your life is hard now, wait till you hear his story. Musa was born in a small village in northern Nigeria. His mother sold roasted groundnuts. His father, nobody ever saw him. He was just a name people whispered, but never a presence in Musa's life. Musa never owned a pair of shoes. Every morning, he would walk 5 kilometers to school on hot, sharp stones. Sometimes, his feet would bleed. But he kept walking. Not because he loved school, but because there was free food during lunch. The other children laughed at him, called him shoeless professor. But Musa just smiled. He was quiet, but his eyes were always searching, always thinking. One day, after school, Musa found an old, torn book near a dustbin. It was a book about business, how to sell, how to save, how to think. He didn't understand half of it. But he kept reading. Every page, every word. That was the day everything changed. He started helping his mother more, counting her sales, arranging her goods, convincing her to try different spots in the village market. She thought he was just being stubborn. But sales went up. By the time he was 15, Musa started selling cold sachet water after school. He saved every kobo, while others were buying football jerseys. Musa was buying cartons of water. At 18, Musa used his savings to buy a small second-hand wheelbarrow. With it, he didn't just sell water. He sold soft drinks, puff-puff, chin-chin, anything people on the road would want. He stayed in traffic under the hot sun, shouting, "Cold mineral. Cold pure water." He never saw it as suffering. He saw it as strategy. People laughed again. From shoeless boy to barrow boy. But Musa didn't stop. He kept working, kept saving. By the time Musa turned 24, he opened his first small shop in the corner of the market. He called it Musa Mini Mart. He sold provisions, drinks, snacks, but he did something different. He gave school children discount on bread and butter. Why? Because he remembered what hunger felt like. That shop became 2. Then 3. He started employing other boys who were like him, boys with no shoes, no fathers, and big dreams. Today, Musa is 33. He owns 3 shops, drives a small car, helps pay school fees for kids in his village. But he still walks around the market in his old slippers. Not because he can't afford better, but because he knows where he came from. Sometimes I see him sitting quietly, watching the younger boys hustle, just like he did. And I ask him, "Musa, how did you do it?" He smiles and says, "I never waited for help. I just started where I was, with what I had." You who are listening to me now, maybe you have no shoes. Maybe you feel stuck. But let Musa's story remind you, your beginning doesn't determine your ending. Start small. Stay hungry. And never, ever stop walking. Or if you felt this story in your heart, then maybe you're one of the dreamers too. Maybe you've been walking barefoot, wondering if it's all worth it. Don't stop now. Stories like Musa's are not just tales, they are mirrors. So if this touched something in you, I want you to do one small thing, click subscribe below. Not just because of this story, but because many more like this are waiting, stories that light fire in your bones and remind you, you are not alone. I'll be here again, waiting with another tale. Until then, keep walking.